cop resigned after being sued for excessive force and a violent arrest. We're talking about $5 million in question. Put it up, full mass. So Officer Matthew Talavera resigned from the Edison Police Department last week. He was the officer named in the $5 million excessive force lawsuit. As I said before, cops defunding the police. Township police officer accused of excessive force in a 2023 arrest was also cited in the state's 2024 police discipline report for using force during a vehicle stop, has now resigned from the department. The chief of Edison Police Department, Thomas Bryan, issued a statement that Officer Matthew Talavera resigned on December 3rd from the Edison Police Department. His resignation was effective immediately. He was hired September 2022. No other information was available about the resignation. Keep up, the chief. We were unable to independently confirm a picture for the local cop. And so when that happened, when they play that game, we play a game called Put Up the Leader. That is the leader of the police department. And so until or unless we know who this public servant was who violated the trust of the citizen, you will be the face of this story until then. Chief, I'm reading between the lines on this. He was hired in September 2022. There are two major violations that we know of. But even those major violations would typically render a person on desk duty, paid vacation, pending the outcome of the investigation. However, you made this man resign immediately, effective immediately, with no additional information, which leads me to believe there's a lot more that this man did between 2022 and 2024 for sure. That's not on the record, but you are aware of. My speculation only. Officer Talavera was named in a new Brunswick man's federal lawsuit alleging his federal rights were violated when he was falsely arrested and assaulted by the Edison Police Department in 2023. Carlton R. Brathwaite is seeking $5 million in the federal civil rights lawsuit filed last year against Talavera, Edison Township, and the Edison Police Department. The lawsuit alleges that his federal rights of search and seizure and personal incrimination were violated while he was sitting in a legally parked car. He also contends he was racially profiled and harassed because he is in fact black. According to the lawsuit, on October 6, 2023, Mr. Brathwaite was sitting in a parked car with his brother, Derek, with the vehicle's engine turned off as they listened to music and talk. The brothers had recently lost their mother and were discussing care for their elderly stepfather. Around 1 a.m. in the area of Redwood Avenue, Carlton was allegedly falsely arrested, beaten, hit with a weapon, pushed to the ground, and held in jail by Officer Talavera and other unknown Edison police officers, the lawsuit states. According to the lawsuit, the officers' actions constituted excessive force and violated Mr. Brathwaite's state, federal, civil, and constitutional rights. The officers acted without provocation and without probable cause, and the victim was denied medical attention after the attack. The case is ongoing according to court records. Officer Talavera is also mentioned in the state's 2024 annual police discipline report. According to that report, the same cop conducted an investigative stop of a suspect vehicle, and during the course of interaction with the suspect, the same cop utilized force to take the suspect to the ground and struck the suspect. Investigative stop led to this. Quote, Officer Talavera did not use de-escalation techniques and did not use force as a last resort. His report was substandard and was not adequate in reflecting what occurred on the scene, meaning he lied. The officer was sustained for conduct unbecoming, willful violation of rules and regulations, and misconduct pursuant to NJSA 40A 14-147. The report states he was suspended for 10 days in connection with the incident. The report states that was against the law. He violated statutory subsection. Should have been arrested, prosecuted, never to be in a position of public trust like that again. Negligent retention is typically affixed to these types of cases. Very unfortunate, obviously an insane outcome to something that seems so simple, a traffic stop, investigative traffic stop. Now that city is likely going to be defunded by at least $5 million, if not more, because corrupt cops defund the police. That's why.